Gaining some momentum in the continent. What's your plan in the continent as the year?
We want one Africa, one president, one parliament, one military command center, one currency that will be based on our main.
Yes, Comrade Malema is very right. All that we need is a united Africa. That is all that we need. This generation of Africans, that is the only thing that we need. And we must get it, because without a united Africa, the children of Africa will never have our dignity. I thank you very much for coming around. I am your missionary brother, Brother Dobia Anzanse. Please, if you haven't joined our mission yet, please join our mission. Let us all together fight for this united Africa. Let us fight for this Africa that will give us our dignity. Our dignity lies on our unity. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, One Africa Mission. Let us take our YouTube channel to 10K subscribers. With your support, we will be able to do that. Follow us also on Facebook, One Africa Mission, and also on TikTok, all the social media platforms. We are there. We are on a mission, and our mission is all about the unity of the African race. Our mission is all about the dignity of the African race. And I'm going to show you these videos in Ireland that you will see as to why we, this generation of Africans, must fight to unite the continent of Africa, where we can get our dignity. It doesn't matter. You can run away from Africa, but everywhere you go, Africa will follow you. Because we are not being disrespected because we are black people, Marcus Mosiah Garvey told us. We are being disrespected because Africa is not respected. If Africa is respected, black people all over the world will be respected. But as long as Africa is not respected and you are running away from Africa thinking that you can have dignity in other continents, if you go there, it will follow you. And I'm gonna show you these videos. In Ireland, where an Irishman is going around harassing African people from African descent. This young man, you will see him. He said his parents came from Nigeria. So his parents were running away from Nigeria, thinking that maybe running to Ireland, maybe they can have dignity. But see the harassment that he's going through. It is two different videos. Please, let's watch the videos and come back and analyze it.
It's cool. It's a cool place to live.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's alright.
Where are you from?
From Dublin.
From Dublin, alright.
Yeah.
And you born in Ireland, were you?
No, I was born back in Nigeria.
Oh, back in Nigeria. And your family came to Ireland, did they?
Yeah, been here my whole life basically.
Right. And do you remember Nigeria or?
Yes, it's alright. I haven't been there much myself, but yeah, it's alright.
Right, okay. And why did your family come to Ireland from Nigeria?
Nigeria's no good.
Why?
Know yourself.
Nah, I've never been to Nigeria. You tell me.
It's alright, but Ireland would be better anyway.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know, there's more opportunities here.
Right.
The weather isn't better anyway, but...
So were they claiming asylum from Nigeria?
No, they weren't. My mom had a job here.
Alright.
And yeah, she's just working, like she's a nurse here, and she's just doing her thing.
Alright, okay.
And yeah.
Right. It's a very diverse town now, Letterkenny, isn't it?
Do you think so?
Well, it's hard to see an Irishman.
Do you think so?
Well, it's look up down the streets. It's all.
Are you Irish yourself?
Do I look Irish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You've got a harp on you.
Yeah. Well, there you go. No, yeah. I'm just saying, like the Letterkenny. I remember growing up here. It was a very. There was only Irish people. Within 10, 15 years, it's just completely changed.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
And the Irish people have never been asked.
Yeah.
Irish people are being forced out.
You know. Do you think so?
Of course. Well, of course they're being forced out.
Yeah. I wouldn't say so.
Well. 10 years ago in Letterkenny it was all Irish people. Now it's Irish people are a minority.
Yeah.
So as you can see, look at what is happening. You think you are running, but you can never run away from yourself. Bob Marley said it. You are running, but you can't run away from yourself. If Africa is not united, if Africa is not respected, black people, you can run away from Africa. You will go everywhere on this planet Earth, and still you will not be respected. You will not be respected until Africa is respected. And how will Africa be respected? It's by unity. That is where we can get our dignity. Today, as we speak, Chinese people, 60 years ago, what is happening to us? Exactly what was happening to Chinese people, even Japanese people after the Second World War. But today, the Chinese or the Asians have been able to stand on their feet and build themselves And today, everywhere you see a Chinese man, you will respect him because China is respected. For the Europeans, we all know they are the rulers of this world. They are the first-class citizens of this world. And we are the third-class citizens of this world. What can we do as children of Africa? We have everything it takes. We have everything. And yet, we are at the bottom of the human race. Why? Because, as I keep saying, some criminals went to Berlin and divide Africa among themselves. And their intention was to keep Africa at the bottom of the human race. And today, we are seeing the result of what the decision they took in the 18th centuries. We call them colonial masters. No, stop calling them. I'm telling Africans, stop calling them your colonial masters. These are colonial criminals. They didn't do anything good that we should call them our masters. But they did a lot of harm. They did a lot of criminal activities, and we should call them their name, their rightful name. These colonial criminals, the damage that they did to us is the result of Africans running away, thinking that for you to have dignity, you must go to America. For you to have dignity, you must go to Europe. For you to have dignity as an African, you must even go to Korea, to Afghanistan. Everywhere is better than Africa. That is what colonization, that the colonial criminals has put into our minds. And as we run away from Africa, they continue going to Africa, taking our resources. And what do we see? When we leave Africa and say we're going to go there to get our dignity, when we go there, this is how they treat us. This is how they treat us. Look at the harassment. Look at, watch this second video and see another man. Look at what he's doing to this man.
You stress community and you don't let the young generation to live in peace and live together.
What have I done?
You do a lot of things. You're causing the damage to the beautiful country we are living here.
No, I'm highlighting a serious problem in our communities, right?
What's the problem?
We have a concern, right?
Yeah.
87% of asylum seekers arriving into Ireland are destroying their passports, destroying their documentation.
Yeah.
We don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
It's a national security threat.
Yeah.
We have the right to know who's coming into our country. We have the right to know who's living beside us.
Yeah.
That's a concern we have.
Yeah.
Like, do you not think we should know who's coming into the country?
Yeah. The government are doing their job. They are doing their job, and then if there's anything else the government should do to rectify the situation you're on about.
No, but do you understand?
Listen, let me finish.
Oh, go ahead.
Don't talk over me. If the government are doing their best to rectify this situation you're on about, right?
Destroying passports.
Destroying what passport?
87%.
Can you have a proof?
The Justice Department.
Answer my question. Do you have a proof of that destroying passport?
The Justice
Answer
Department.
my question.
I'm answering your question. The Justice Department have said it themselves.
They said themselves.
Yeah.
Can you prove it to me?
87% of asylum seekers.
Can you prove it?
Yeah.
My question.
I'm telling you.
This is you that go online saying that the government is giving asylum seekers free houses.
Yeah.
And I want you to prove it. Yeah. And I want you to prove it. Where do you see the government of this island giving people a free accommodation and free money, whatever you think they are doing? But one thing I want to tell you, and listen to me carefully, right? You are deluded. You are brainwashing the young generation. You see the black, Indian, Pakistan, white, black, or whatever. They were living in a peace. You see this generation are coming up. They were having a brilliant lifestyle. But while you coming up, I know you when you are young in this town. You are a teenager. When I come to this town, you are a baby.
Where are you from?
I'm in Nigeria, and I've been living in this community for 24 years. But you are one of the bad eggs, right?
Yeah?
That destroying the young generation are coming up with your delusion mentality, what you believing on. Let me tell you one thing. Irish people, let me finish. Give me 1 minute. Irish people are in Australia. They're not living in free accommodation. They are in my country, in Nigeria. They are all over the world.
Irish are in Nigeria?
Yes, 100%.
Right.
I met Irishman in my village where I come from. And when they see me, it's like they see their brother. They accommodate me, we have a drink together, we have fun together. But people like you, you are giving in Irish people a wrong image, because Irish people are lovely people on the planet. They are everywhere in the world.
You're not answering
But
my
we
question.
are here.
Can I speak now? Look,
Yeah, speak.
Okay, you haven't addressed my point.
What's your point?
87% of asylum seekers
Yeah.
arriving in Ireland
Yeah.
with no passports, no documentation.
Can you prove that?
The Justice Department
No,
has
no,
said
that's not.
themselves.
You have to have it with you
Okay,
wherever
well.
you're going. You're talking bullshit.
I may as well talk to the wall there.
You're talking to yourself because you have no brain.
What war is Nigeria? What are you fleeing in Nigeria?
Oh, let me tell you the war now. The war in Nigeria, you asked me a question.
Yeah.
There is a war in Nigeria. There is a Boko Haram existing in Nigeria as I'm talking to you. Let me finish.
Okay,
Let me
go
finish
ahead,
the question.
go ahead.
You say, what is the war in Nigeria? There is a war in Nigeria right now. There's a lot of kidnapping going on in my country.
Is there no other places you can go to? Like,
You see, this same person in Ireland and Irish people are all over the world. And then you know what colonization has done to us? We become so emotional when people are questioning us. Because if I were these people, I would tell this guy, Irish people are all over the world. We once helped the Irish people to fight for their freedom. At some point in time in Britain, it was no dogs, no Irish, and no blacks. At the time of the UNIA, in the days of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, we used to help them. And today, this is what some people in Ireland are treating African people. In Nigeria, that should be given. Look at the young man saying that Ireland, there are more opportunities. Why should they be? That opportunities in Ireland that your parents, he said his mom is a nurse. That opportunity that is in Ireland that your parents moved from Nigeria to go to, it was built by human beings. We keep saying it. Nobody is coming to save Africa for us. We, the children of Africa, the destiny of Africa is in our hands. It is not in the hands of the colonial criminals, because they are the cause of our downfall. They are the cause of our downfall. So the future of Africa, or the destiny of Africa, is not in anybody's hands. It is not in the hands of the Chinese, nor the Arabians or the Europeans. It is in the hands of the Africans. And then we have everything it takes to make Africa great. The only thing we don't have is unity. And that is why we are calling on Africans to unite, not just for us, but for the next generation of Africans. As an African, will you be happy to see your children being questioned like this in somebody's country? Are you happy with the Africa that you inherited from your forefathers? I know you're not happy with it. Yes, but you cannot blame your fathers for the Africa that you inherited from them, because they didn't know better. Today, you know better. What can you do to bring a change so that your children, so that the next generation of Africans will not be facing this? Please, let us, as this generation of Africans, do everything we can to bring the change that Africa needs. And that is the unity of Africa, a united Africa. That is the only way we can gain our dignity back as children of Africa. I keep saying it. And I will never stop. This mission is never going to stop until Africa regain back her dignity. We are sick and tired of being questioned in the street of everywhere, being disrespected everywhere in the world. Why? Why? A continent that is providing the necessity for other people to build their civilizations. Yet we run away we run everywhere in the world, chasing what is the so-called greener pastures, whilst Africa is more greener than anywhere in the world. Why? Because some colonial criminals brainwash us into thinking that the dignity of the African, you can only have dignity if you run away from Africa. No. We must, as children of Africa, stand for our continent. Nobody is coming to save us. Nobody. None but we, the children of Africa, can make Africa great again. I thank you very much for coming around. It's very disturbing to see African children, or we, the children of Africa, going through this kind of harassment everywhere in the world. But we have the chance, never before afforded to any generation of Africans, to bring that change. And it is me and you, our duty, to come together and fight for a united Africa. Let us do that. We either unite or we perish, as Kwame Nkrumah once said. I thank you very much for coming around.